Hi, I'm Nate Wakeford. I'm your masculinity and mindset coach. Today I'm going to be talking about simping. And simping is a fast track way to sabotage any hope of a thriving relationship. Today I'm going to support you if you have any simping behavior to see the cost of what this is having for yourself such that you might find the motivation to change. See, simping is a type of approval seeking. It ultimately comes from a root of shame where you don't believe that you are deserving of the love, attention, affection that is divinely your right. So instead, you go to strategies to try and compensate for your own lack of self-worth and self-esteem with payment. Ultimately, you don't consider yourself having a high level of desirability, and so you feel that you need to compensate in some way for that. Now, meanwhile, you can be in a situation where there are other men that have high esteem that seem to have a full pick of women that are constantly giving their attention to them. And that isn't by chance because men are made. So speaking for myself, there was a time when I was growing up as a kid that I had low self-confidence and low self-esteem. As a teenager, I never used to smile in photos because I didn't feel that good about myself. Over time, I started to build confidence up. I took up salsa dancing, took up martial arts, I got fit, I started to learn how to communicate better with women, and over time I built myself into a high value man. I started to earn more money, I became more dominant in the way that I express myself. And this is why I say men are made, because if you focus on increasing your self-worth, your self-esteem through discipline, through commitment to your path, your purpose, over time you'll build a sense of rapport with yourself, integrity with yourself, such that you know that you are deserving of the positive attention that you begin receiving. Now, you can do a lot to improve your self-esteem with the way that you dress, with getting fit, with getting muscular, and you can improve your posture, you can improve the way that you speak with a dedicated focus. Now, if attracting a loving partner is important to you, then just like anything else in life, what you focus your energy, time, and attention into improving, you will experience improvement. And so it's not rocket science. There's plenty of resources out there. I have the Sovereign Brotherhood where we're teaching men to become framed, having authentic masculine frame, and the importance of that as a foundation to developing yourself into an extraordinary high-value man. So let's talk a little bit about the cost of simping. Women have a very strong intuitive ability to assess a man's self-esteem and self-worth. And if it's beneath hers, she's going to, by default, be less attracted to you. Now, if you then further compound that by trying to buy her attention through simping behavior, she will actually be repulsed by you. Now, in a very short temporary period, she may give you a little bit more of attention just simply because of the financial incentive to do so. But deep down, she doesn't respect you, and she will be looking for another man to monkey branch to where she respects him and considers him to be of a higher esteem and value than herself. So this is super important. The simping behavior, literally, will go against your chances of attracting that woman towards you in the long run, because she can't help but respect you less because you don't consider yourself worthy of her. And this is the thing, when you truly consider yourself worthy of feminine attention, you will begin to attract it. When it's deeply integrated into you, that you're a man of substance, a man of mission and purpose, a man of fulfillment, a man of success, you will radiate that as an energy out. Women will feel it and they will magnetize towards you. You'll become compelling and magnetic in the way that you move through life and attractive, because ultimately both other men will be following you and seeing you in your leadership, and women will be magnetized towards you because of the way that they feel around you. See, a man of high character, of high caliber, of high esteem holds himself in an environment where people naturally will feel good around him because he brings order, he brings abundance, he brings thriving, he brings positivity. He has a high regard for himself, and he doesn't tolerate a devolution of that environment to where he will be framed in a negative light. He's going to make sure that there's harmony, that there's positivity, that there's an upliftment, because he does that for himself and he'll want that from the people around him. So simping behavior, as I mentioned in a prior video, comes from having an external frame of reference. The external frame of reference is developed when you never matured as a man, when you preserved your boyish mentality and perception such that you don't believe that you have what you need inside of you, so you need to seek it outside of you. Now, when a child is born, you are raised by your mother, you are very dependent on your mother for your sustenance, your well-being, your safety, protection, your comforts. You need to go through a developmental step or stage in your journey where you begin to see yourself as being separate from your mother, and then you need to develop further to see that you are responsible for your own provision, for your own comfort, for your own love, your own self-acceptance, and that you can't seek it from another. It's this final stage which so many men miss out on, and so they stay stuck in that mother-son dynamic of seeking love, acceptance, and approval from someone external. And also, if they didn't receive it from their father, if they constantly had to prove themselves to get their father's recognition, a similar behavioral strategy can develop of seeking outside of self. So it's really important that you self-source, that you become aware of your own ability to give yourself love, your own ability to gain approval and acceptance of self by being in integrity and by meeting your own values and needs to a very high standard. Once you do that, you'll stop seeking so heavily outside of yourself. And this is further compounded in a positive way when you heal your subconscious traumas and wounds from your childhood, such that you have a stronger foundation for your identity, for knowing your worth, knowing your value. You heal the shame that's binding you towards these lower self-opinion, self-reflections, and self-esteem. The one way out of this mess of simping is to begin to develop yourself as a high-value man with dedication and focus. It is through that, not through external seeking, that you will actually attain more powerful, positive, loving reflections. It's only once you hold yourself in high esteem and high regard that you'll accept and allow those external reflections. It's not by seeking externally for them. So if you find yourself in a simping mode of behavior, just know that it will never give you what you're seeking. The only way is the true path to empowerment, and that is to build yourself into a high-value man. So I hope that this video has been helpful. If you find yourself in a simping behavior, or if you used to be a simp and you overcome it, if you have any questions, I'm here to support you. I have the Sovereign Brotherhood. Please join it. There's a link in the captions below. And I also offer one-to-one coaching, which would be the fastest way to put you on the right path to personal empowerment. Thanks for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you found this video to be valuable.